the skeletal system giving shape, size and protection to the inner organs. In children there are 300 bones, but in an adult some bones fuse to form 206 bones. There are two main divisions, axial skeleton and appendicular skeleton. Let's see what is an axial skeleton. The axial skeleton includes 80 bones comprising the skull, the vertebral column and thorax, which is the ribs and the sternum. Skull. It is the skeleton of the head. It gives protection to the head. It contains two parts. The upper top part is cranium or the brain box, made up of 8 bones. The other part of the skull forms the face, which contains a total of 14 bones. The back part of the cranium contains a large hole, the foramen magnum, through which the spinal cord, after emerging from the brain, continues behind into the backbone. Vertebral column. It is popularly called as the backbone. Without this, you can't get a shape. It has 33 rings like bones called vertebrae. These are divided into 5 groups according to the regions they occupy. The neck region has 7 neck vertebrae which connects the head to the body, 12 thoracic, 5 lumbar, 5 sacral and 4 coccygeal vertebrae. Ribs. There are 12 pairs of ribs in the rib cage. The first 7 pairs of ribs are attached in front to the sternum with the help of hyaline cartilage. The costal cartilages of 8th ribs are called false ribs. The 8th, 9th and 10th pairs of ribs do not articulate directly with the sternum but join the 7th rib with the help of a hyaline cartilage. The last two 11th and 12th pairs of ribs are not attached to the sternum. They are called floating ribs. Ribs give protection to the lungs and heart. Sternum. The sternum, that is the breastbone, is a long flat bone lying in the middle of the front part of the chest. The rib bones are attached with the sternum. Let's see what is an appendicular skeleton. Bones of the limbs. The 4 limbs contain a single long bone, humerus, in the upper arm, 2 long bones, the radius and the ulna, in the lower arm, 8 carpals or wrist bones in the wrist, 5 metacarpals in the palm and 14 phalanges, 2 in the thumb and 3 each in the remaining 4 fingers. Because of these bones, you can move your hands and fingers properly. The hind limb contains a long bone, femur or thigh bone, the longest and strongest bone in the skeleton in the thigh. 2 long bones, the inner tibia that bears all our body's weight and the outer fibula bears no weight at all in the shank. 7 tarsal bones in the ankle, 5 long metatarsal bones in the middle of the foot and 14 phalanges, 2 in the greater toe and 3 each in the remaining 4 toes. The bones in the ankle and foot must carry all our body weight as we stand, walk and run. Girdles. Girdles are the parts of skeleton which help to articulate the limb bones to the main skeleton. There are 2 types of girdles, shoulder girdle and the hip girdle. Pelvic girdle protects the bladder and reproductive organs, lower colon and rectum. In male, the pubic arc of the pelvis is less than 90 degrees wide, and in female, it is greater than 90 degrees. The difference in the width of pelvis is necessary to accommodate childbirth. Because of this, we can do some movement in the shoulder part and in the hip part. That's all about the division.